In lesson 5-5, we will be multiplying fractions and mixed numbers. To multiply fractions and mixed numbers, we'll follow a set of rules. First, we need to rename all mixed numbers as improper fractions. So whenever we come across a fraction like 3 1/3, we need to rename it as an improper fraction. Second, we need to simplify numerators with denominators before multiplying. This will allow us to not have to simplify as much after multiplying, so we'll be able to work with smaller numbers. Step 3, finally we get to multiply numerators and denominators straight across. So when we're simplifying, we're going to look diagonally and top and bottom, but when we are multiplying, we're going to go straight across. Numerators times numerators, denominators times denominators. Last but not least, we will simplify our fraction. So if we still have an improper fraction, we'll turn it back into a mixed number, or if we can just simplify the fraction, we will. Example number 1, 1/8 times 1/9. Okay, I don't have any mixed numbers, so I will look to simplify, and 1 does not simplify with 9 or 8 on either side, so I can multiply straight across. So 1/8 times 1/9. Okay, I'm going to do 1 times 1, which is 1, and 8 times 9, which is 72. So as I look at the picture, the image I have below, this shows 1/8 of the strip out of the 8 rows, and this is 1/9, one column out of the 9 columns. So altogether we have one piece out of the 72 pieces on this grid. And I can't simplify this fraction, so I am done. Example number 2, find 6 times 1/3. Okay, I need to get both of these numbers into fractions. So first I need to rename the whole number 6 as a fraction. 6 can be rewritten as 6/1, because 6 divided by 1 is still 6, so I'm not really changing the fraction at all. Times 1/3. Okay, step 2, I look to simplify numerators with denominators. I see that my 3 and 6 are both multiples of 3, so I'm going to divide by 3 to get 1, divide by 3 to get 2, and I can't simplify any further, so I can multiply straight across. 2 times 1 is 2, and 1 times 1 is 1. So when I simplify that improper fraction, I get 2 whole. So 6 times 1/3 is 2. Example number 3. All right, to start off with, I can look diagonally. To simplify, I can divide 4 and 12 both by 4. So the 4 will turn into a 1. The 12 will turn into a 3. Okay, now I can look straight up and down, and 3 and 3 can both be divided by 3. So the 3 will turn into a 1, and this 3 will also turn into a 1. Okay, the only thing I'm not able to simplify is denominators with denominators or numerators with numerators. I must look either down or up or diagonally when I'm simplifying. Okay, right now I can do 1 times 1, which is 1, and 1 times 5, which is 5. I cannot simplify this fraction, so it is in simplest form. Example number 4, find 4/9 times 6/7. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this one as 4/9 times 6/7. Okay, now again, 2 can both go into both of my numerators, but I am not able to simplify among numerators. I have to do numerators with denominators. So 4 cannot go into 9, but 6 and 9 both have a factor of 3. So I'm going to divide 6 by 3 to get 2. I'm going to divide 9 by 3 to get 3. And I'm going to check my numerators and denominators again, and there's nothing more that I can simplify at this time. So 4 times 2 is 8, and 3 times 7 is 21. And there's no numbers that I can use to divide into both 8 and 21, so this is in simplest form. Because I'm simplifying before multiplication, I usually will not have to simplify after. Plus, it allows me to work with smaller numbers, because I would have gotten 4 times 6 is 24, and 9 times 7 is 63. So there would have been much bigger numbers that I would have had to simplify before. Example number 5, find 1/3 times 6 and 6/7. So 1/3 times 6 whole and 6/7. Okay. Step 1, if I remember back and look at my notes, tell me that I need to get all mixed numbers into improper fractions. So to do that, I need to multiply 6 times 7. And then when I'm done with that, I will add the numerator of 6. So what I'm going to get here is 1/3 stays the same because it's already in fraction form, times, okay, now 6 times 7 is 42. 42 plus 6 is 48. So 48 all over 7. The denominator will not change. Okay, now I can look to simplify. Okay, I'll check my rules of divisibility of 3. 4 plus 8 is 12, and 12 is divisible by 3. So I will divide 3 by 3, which makes this 1. And 3 goes into 4 once. And there would be 1 left over with an 8. So 18 left over. And 3 goes into 18 6 times. So 48 will simplify to be 16. And I can't simplify anything else. So 1 times 16 is 16. 1 times 7 is 7. And I can simplify my final fraction here because it's improper. So I can make 2 whole because 2 times 7 is 14. So I can make 2 whole. And if I subtract 14 from 16, I have 2 out of 7 left. And I'm not able to simplify that any further. In example 6, 2/5 times 4 and 3/4. So again, I need to start by getting all of my terms into either fractions or improper fractions. So if I take 4 times 4 plus 3, 4 times 4 is 16, plus 3 is 19. So 19/4. The denominator won't change. I'm just renaming it. Okay, now I look diagonally. I see that 2 can be divided by 2, and 4 can be divided by 2. And 5 does not go into 19 because they're both prime numbers. So I multiply straight across. 1 times 19 is 19. And 5 times 2 is 10. All right, I can rename this improper fraction as 1 whole and 9/10, almost 2 whole.